Yeah, this joint Onlyfans joint. She out here robbing people. She doing stick ups. Yeah, she doing stick ups. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah, she doing straight stick ups.
Woman accused of being the mastermind of a dating app crime spree. The sinister scheme has now unraveled into a longer list of claims from people who say they were robbed by an OnlyFans model. Deputies say Adva Levy targeted older men to steal from them, but tonight others are coming forward claiming they are victims too.
KTLA's Mary Beth McDade has been doing some digging on this story. She spoke with some of her alleged victims. MB.
Yeah, Mike and Cher, through our own investigation, we discovered that she allegedly not only preys on older, wealthy men, but people of all ages, as long as they have money, credit cards, and luxury goods.
I already post pictures of my bikinis on Instagram for free. Why not trying to make money out of my other pictures of my bikini and my feet?
She's appeared in Penthouse and Playboy New Zealand. She claims to be the first top Israeli OnlyFans model, and she's known to drive a Porsche and a Mercedes. But behind all this glamour, Adva Levy is an accused serial burglar. LA County Sheriff's officials say she targets wealthy older men, poses as their girlfriend or companion on social media dating apps, and then burglarizes their homes. Authorities say she's victimized at least 10 men in Malibu and other parts of LA County. She apparently goes by several aliases, including Shoshana, Shayna, and Mia Ventura. Here's Mia appearing on Michael Sartain's podcast called Access Vegas, talking about needing a man who can provide.
I need a provider, a supporter. I need someone strong and dominator because I'm very much of a strong female, so I need someone to be more dominant than me.
Michael tells us while appearing on this special election night show, she stole all the other female panelists' money and credit cards out of their purses, which were in the green room.
She got up at the 45-minute mark and she was gone for 20-something minutes and just went through everyone's bag.
Eden Lynn says she was one of the women who Mia stole from that night.
At some point, she went in there and stole from like multiple women, our credit cards, like IDs, cash, anything.
Eden tells us she confirmed Mia was the culprit by seeing multiple attempted charges Mia tried to put on her Amex, including a hair appointment at a pricey Beverly Hills salon, where Mia booked the appointment under Mia Ventura.
I got in contact with the salon and the stylist she booked with, and they gave me the name it was put under. She sent me screenshots of the consultation FaceTime she did with her and like the receipts in her text and everything.
Adult film star Cody Steele says he became one of Mia's victims while the two worked at an LA party company. A group from the company got hired to go to France to work a party and stay together at an Airbnb. He says while he and the others were out, she stole all their luxury items.
She decided to basically rob pretty much every person in that group of essentially anything marked with a designer label.
They called the French authorities and they made her return the items. Michael says Mia has been a fixture over the last few years at LA and Vegas clubs and charity events. And he says she's known to threaten her victims to keep them from going to the police.
She would threaten to file a false sexual assault charge or say that, the guy offered to pay her money for sex or something to that effect.
According to jail records, Mia, a.k.a. Adva, was arrested for a felony in May and bailed out. It's unclear, though, if that arrest is connected to the alleged burglaries.
Like at this point, everyone knows she's guilty and she's still stealing stuff. This seems like a mental illness.
Well, detectives are now searching for more victims. And so if you think that you were one of them, you are urged to contact the LA County Sheriff's Department. For now, reporting live here in the newsroom, Mary Beth McDade.
It's a lot of that going on, too. Yeah, it's a lot of that going on, too. Robbing jokers, lining them up. Yeah. It's a lot of that going on. It's like, damn. Who do you pick? Who do you pick? Man, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. Damn. I want to find this one, though, that I had seen with the sugar daddy joint. You know, let me see. Let me see if I can find that one. Yeah. Let me see. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. SBGBTV live calling show. What's going on? State your name. Where you calling in from?
Yeah, it's Jay, man. Calling from Mississippi. I call several times for checking in on you, showing you love and whatever you. So, love you to let you know. I just tuned in about 45 minutes ago, I guess, and you know what I'm saying? Love your content, man, and I'm just stay on Whack 100 ass. You know what I mean? I love it. You're getting into them, right? I mean, it's no secret. You know that, right? You've been getting to them for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really sticking them like a voodoo doll. Please sticking them like a voodoo doll. Every night, you funny as fuck, man. We laugh every time I see you, man. And I love your swag, man. I know how you do it. East Coast style, man. I like how you just got it. But you've been like a cancerous tumor that's growing on this nigga, man. I hope you just go ahead and just eat him up. You hear me?
Oh yeah, we ain't stopping, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? A couple things, man. You said something I didn't even think much about a couple days. You saw more Big Baby a while back, and actually I never thought about it, but Big Baby gonna be sent up the river pretty soon. But at the same time, I don't know much from what I've heard. I got a feeling you said Paul, you said all three of them working, him, 600 and Big Baby, but Big Baby could really get some time though, considering he got away with a lot of stuff prior to what he's going through right now. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you touched on that, so and that's something else, man. So you think you're gonna be getting time? I mean, it's almost 15 years. What you think? And it's a federal case too.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get some time. I think he's gonna get some time.
You think on him with the 1.5?
I don't know if they're gonna give him that much time, but I think he's gonna get some time.
Okay, cool.
We gonna see if it's light or if it's long. That they're gonna definitely tell something.
But with his background, you think he would just go ahead and do the book at him, though. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's what it would look like, because he definitely got a history of this right here.
He never had a fed, but nevertheless, state is just mostly state charges, and he often pled out, but still, with his background, it's terrible, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got like over 15 years criminal history, man. And that's just don't even talk about stuff when he's in Atlanta. Yeah. One more thing, on a personal note. I don't know if you because I know you just mentioned something about 607. You got another interview with him or whatever. I think it's funny. I think you should get it on. I don't know who's funny between him and Charleston White. I think they should be on a comedy tour or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but,
yeah. They're funny as hell, man. Is it me? Do he look like a voodoo doll or something? Or that's just me?
You said, do he look like a voodoo doll?
He looks like a cross between Chucky and the Ant-Man.
He got a crossbreed.
Yeah. And that's what he looks like, man. He looks like Ant-Man, cross between Chucky and Ant-Man. But he's funny as hell. I was gonna say, since you got him lined up, what if I told you, that was you somebody who also very well known and, almost as big as 607 But what if I told you, because, I know somebody that could also be hollered if you want to make a good interview. He's been around. You ever heard of Big Mike, O'Brock Big Mike? I know him personally, and I was wondering if you're somebody you'd be interested in talking to.
Big Mike, what was he into? What happened with him?
Oh, that was the guy that King Von, and people thought that when they caught that charge back in the day, and eventually, he did that. He ate that, basically ate the cake, so Von can get out. You know what I'm saying? Even though he initially said he had snitched, and then he made some statements, and eventually took back, and he had to lay down for a while, and then, of course, they dropped it, and that's how Vaughn got out and what have you, whatever. But he's been out, but he himself been home since 2023, and I hit him on DM once on Instagram, and we've been kicking him a regular ever since. If you know who he is, this dude's been on like Cam Capone, Witty Apprentice. He's been on No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? And a couple times with his brother, no, just him. And he's very well known, but fortunately he has that jacket on his name. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
And he's playing with it. Yeah, and he's not. But he made statements that eventually he took back that implicated Vaughn, him and Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he took a plea and whatever, and then Vaughn, they dropped it and whatever. He had to sit tight for all these 10 years or whatever. But, and obviously his reputation is wrong, but he talked about it and what have you. But did he snitch? Yes and no. He told some stuff that he shouldn't have been talking about. But had they went to trial, he had been, fortunately, he had probably had to go on stand and say, and say, this, that, and the third. But unfortunately, but me and him talk all the time. He's been out the way. He's been on No Jumper. If you just go on No Jumper, Big Mike. He used to go to the old block, Big Nate. Just go to Big Mike. He's a good dude, man, or whatever. I know a lot of people probably look at him different. I know a lot of the BDs, but me and him talk a lot behind the scenes, man. And I call my nephew, man, and we fantastic relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just want to say that'd be somebody. Would you be interested? If I can set it up, would you be interested in talking?
I gotta check him out. We might do something.
Yeah, check out. I want you to check out. Just go down. But you can look at him right now. Go ahead. Big Mike, who's Big Mike, the King Bond situation. You know what I'm saying? I joke. You know what he look like, right? I'm gonna tell you exactly what he look like. Guess what he look like?
Who?
Guess what he look like? He looks like Tracy McGrady. And I tell him that all the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He got dreads. Old block Big Mike. You know what I'm saying? And he was on No Jumper once. You know what I'm saying? He's been on Witty Apprentice, as I can pronounce this guy's name right, several times. And I think he might have been Cam Capone, but he was famous with that 2014 case that could have got King Bond like 40-some years and shit. But eventually, he took back his statements and what have you, man, and this, that, and the third and whatever. But he's been blowing up basically since the last couple of years, so. But just look at Big Mike from Old Block and his name come up and check out the interviews. He's been on No Jumper, Whitey Prince, and various other platforms and stuff like that. So he had a little brother named Wooski. I'm sure you heard about him.
Okay.
Wooski's, you know who Wooski was. That was King Von, #1 in Nemesis and whatever. So that's his little brother. He got shot in the head many years ago and whatever. But they're very well known and whatever. But why don't you do your homework, do your research. But if you want, you can, if you're interested, check him out and get back with me. And I can definitely reach out with him, big brother. He's a good dude. He's very well known. He's been doing the thing for years. He's been on No Jumper. And just go, you look at it right now, DC. Just go down, Big Mike, Old Block Big Mike from Chicago, whatever, and No Jumper. And the whole interview. Him, Primo, Adam, and he laid it all out there. You know what I'm saying? No cut cards or nothing. I mean, he stand up. Then did he say some things to regret? Of course he did. He made some statements. But again, he didn't testify because eventually he took a plea. And you know what I'm saying? For him taking that plea, that's how Vaughn got off that case and walking the rest of history. So when they caught, and that Vaughn had got killed years later back in 2020, you know what I'm saying? And he probably be still in. But he's been home now since 2022. He just completed his parole. He lives in Indianapolis. I'm telling you, he's a personal friend of mine. Check him out. If you're interested, you know what I'm saying, and what have you. I'm not going to do the finance, nothing like that. But if you're interested, DC, talk to me, and I just want you, I'll set him up, text him, hit him up, whoop-de-woo, and I'll bring him to you, man. He's got a lot to say, and especially about the dirt. A lot about the dirt, good, bad, and otherwise, because he know everybody. That's his hood. He's from there. He put a lot of, he's done it all. So he knows there's nothing he don't know when it comes from that whole era. Chief Keef, all that. He grew up with them. He's older than them. He's in his mid-30s now and whatever. And I call him my God, so that's my man right there.
Okay.
So,
And what's your name again?
Yeah, I'm Jesse.
Jesse?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's me. You know, this is my joint right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the city. I'm from, I'm all over the station I am. But man, him been touching base, man. Him been kicking it for a while, man. That's my guy. And check out the interview. Tell me what you think. Look him up, and then whatever you he's very reasonable, whatever, man. And if you're interested, it's me right here. Touch back bases with me and whatever. Because I'm trying to get him. I don't know if you heard of Anglizzi. Anglizzi. I'm trying to line up something. And then guy named Bob or something. Bob or something got a young dude named Anglizzi. I'm sure you heard of him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm trying to line something up with them. You know what I'm saying? After Anglizzi going through some little situation of his own, but, legal matters. But once he get that cleared, he's going to get back and they're going to try to do something, what have you. So, and I told him I'd look out for him and what have you. So, but that's somebody I'm real close with on a personal relationship, man. And you just go ahead and do your thing. The last No Jumper interview he did, it's like the only one he did. He brought the back out there pretty soon and what have you. This Big Mike, No Jumper, and just look at the interview and why the apprentice and all this stuff. He's been around, man, for the last couple of years. DJ U, Big Mike, he's been on all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look, and if you, this me, check them out. If you, somebody you want to interested in it, whatever, get back with me and I'll set it up, okay?
All right, I got you.
All right, big brother, yeah, Big Mike.
Appreciate
Block Big Mike, yeah. Same thing, whatever you want to say it. Block Big Mike. It'll come out. Check out the No Jump interview he did it's about a year ago. Very, very big, fantastic numbers too, because he wanted to clear the air. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Right. All right, and just let me know, man. Check them out, man. Get back with me. This is me all day, and holler at me. If I don't answer, leave me a voice message, okay?
All right, I appreciate you, Jesse. I got you.
Okay, big dog, and hopefully, man, trust me, he's very interesting talking to, man. Very good dude, man. Good dude. You know what I'm saying? So, it make it worth. It's worth it. It make it worth your money. You hear me? Worth your while. Okay. All right, big dog. I'm gonna holler at you later. Okay.
Later.
All right. One love, brother.
Later. Much love, my brother. Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate all y'all that rock with SBGBTV. Appreciate all y'all that rock with SBGBTV, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Facts. SBGBTV, it's a live call-in show. What's poppin'?
Hey, it's me, Jam Meeks. I think it was roll call.
Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, we want to hear what you guys
Was
say
that beautiful?
about this.
Was that Brooklyn?
Yeah, that was Brooklyn.
Spitting it. She was spitting that game to it. I just want to go a little bit deeper, if possible, or I don't know if it's deeper, but I want to kind of flip it a little bit.
Okay.
So she was right on point. She hit it. But I think what I want to bring to the table this morning is these women. I didn't even want to call in because I don't know nothing about this. Like, this is just, I'm very embarrassed to hear some things that I hear. Not naive that it's not happening, but to hear the numbers being as large, and maybe they're not. I don't know if you guys are exaggerating this or just the kind of women you're running into, but I'm appalled to hear that women are.
It's definitely going on. It's a lot of them.
Okay, I trust it. But what I really want to speak about, I feel like going a little bit deeper, is that if we're saying that men are leaders, and we're talking about men are supposed to be the ones, I'm kind of confused on why we're speaking on these kind of women, when the men, I believe you guys set, you're the one who set you set all this up, right? So if you're not leading with your money for them to be wanting your money, if you're saying no to them, then how is this happening? Because what I'm hearing is, well, if this is what she wants, then this is what I'm gonna pay for, and this is what I'm gonna get. Instead of why even pay for it? Why even do it? So to me, men are a part of this as well. You can't talk about the women without talking about the men.
Okay, so when you say that, right? When you say a man leading with his money, I think that, you might be looking at it because a man has certain things of value and he looks like he might have somebody that's leading with his money. If you saying that, I kind of disagree with that, because just because I like nice things don't mean that I want to just give you money for your bills. That's my personal preference. And I think some women might look at it because I go ride in a nice car and I live in a nice house and I wear some jewelry means that I got to give you money. That is totally incorrect. So
okay, so I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying at all. That's fine to live the way you live, and whatever you like and what you worked hard for, that you show up and that's what you do. I'm not speaking of that. It's just like a woman, sometimes when she may wear something that's a little bit shorter or whatever, doesn't mean she's selling anything. She could have went from 235 pounds to now she at whatever. So, and now she can wear some things, that maybe she wouldn't have been able to wear or what have you. I don't know if that makes sense, but
okay, Shaquita.
But I wanted to put that in there. I don't know why. But what I'm saying is this: no, inboxes are full of men throwing their money at women. Women are getting money. Women are being women are not even asking for money, and men are offering money to them. So this is happening.
Yeah. I understand that.
This is happening, and I only can speak on certain kind of women because I don't have no training, no experience. I don't know nothing about these ones you talking about. I don't know nothing about these.
They everywhere.
But the ones, the women that I know that I choose to be around, which is, I don't have a whole lot in my circle, but we're not impressed. I mean, that's, when you're leading with that and that's what you're selling, you can't turn around and be upset because a woman's saying, oh, okay, yeah, I'm getting the bag. And I think this is why some of the women are talking about, let me give the bag, let me give the bag, let me get the, I'm getting the bag, I'm getting the bag. And then I'm going to flip it again. I'm going to add this part to it too. A lot of people of age, women have been, and I'm not making this be an excuse, but I'm just going to try to keep it real because that's what we do over here, and that's what you asked for, is that a lot of women have really given themselves to a man and really was trying to be there, and they were loyal, they were doing it right, and the man did X, Y, and Z, cheat, whatever he did. And so now a lot of women have said they're acting like men now. They're like, okay, well, I was trying to do it right. I was trying to be this woman. I was trying to be this for him and all this, and that didn't work. They see these boss chicks. That's what I call them. And I mean, that's what they call it. That's what they call it themselves, is boss chicks and independent and all this stuff that they throw around. They see these women and they're winning. So not only are they, they're getting something for giving it up, versus these older, like women that I know was really trying to have a family, really trying to hold it down, trying to help build a family and a team and things like that. Solid, good women that they got messed over. And they see these other girls now that are doing all this, they're getting the bag. I put in the chat that I feel like I'm missing out on life. Like, I don't get flown out. I don't get bags. I don't get none of this stuff. I work hard for everything that I have and everything that I achieve. And I don't take anybody. I'm looking about what your heart talking about, what your name represent, what you talking about. How can we build? How can we grow? What you need? That's what I look for. But I'm missing out though, because I should be, I feel like these women that's getting all this stuff and getting, doing all this, they're winning. I think short term, they're winning. I think long term, I know what it really is. But it doesn't always feel good when you are somewhat, trying your best. I'm not sitting across the table with anybody having lunch. What I could sit across the table with someone every single night, a different person every single night, if I choose to do that. But I don't care to have that entertainment with somebody I don't want to have a memory with. I don't care about your money. I'm not here to use you for your money. I work hard for mine. And I don't mind sharing it and building and doing that kind of thing. I'm not here to throw it in somebody's face where I can get my own or whatever. But I'm not going to spend my time, nor am I going to mess my stuff up to just for anybody and everybody just to get a lunch, a dinner that I can buy myself. I can fly, use my passport and go wherever I want to go. And and I have to sit on the beach with somebody that I can't even put on camera. No, I'm not doing that. But I do understand why some women are doing that now, because if you're going to just get used for your body, they're like, I'm going to get paid for doing it now. I mean, maybe it makes sense. I don't know. And men are paying for it. They're not going to wife them or they're not going to make it their girlfriend, but they're paying for it. So you're almost telling the women it's okay for this to happen. It's sending the wrong message. And my point that I'm making this morning, is that it starts with the men. The men have to set the role. You have to say, no, I'm not cool with that. But you want the goodie, so you go for it. You want it, so you go for it. The reason why the guys are doing all this, because they want something in return. No one's doing anything for free. No one's just doing anything. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I was thinking about those women that you crack on and holler at, and when you holler at them, they want some money. It's a lot of them out here. You get some nice women like yourself, that work hard for their own money, so they really don't.
Well, you guys have to stop messing with people that need handouts, or talking to women that need handouts. When you see, I mean, so to me, I don't even see what the issue is, because if you cracking, I think you mean you talking like you trying to holler at a person, right?
Holler at a woman, cracking.
So you holler at a woman, crack on a woman, and she's talking about, I need my PG&E bill and my car note paid or what have you, right? That's enough for you to just, that's the end of the conversation. Like, what are we talking about? Like, okay, cool. Like, okay, that's not me to do, But if you that person, because there are some men that needs to be needed. There are men that need a woman they look for women who are in need of stuff needing to happen. They want you to need something. They need you to need them to pay something or whatever. I really feel the women that I can carry on and run a whole household and have good jobs and have, intelligent and can, care about their body parts and not just, keeping themselves tight and right. They are losing because they're not going to be asking a guy, can you pay a bill? Men are going to the women that have to go needing a bill to be paid.
But when you meet a woman, right, you don't know that that's what she needs. You might look at her, she looks nice, she got a nice body, she might be driving a nice car, she might be attractive, so you don't know these things. But then you get to talking to them, and then that's what they saying. Yo, I need a bill paid, my nails done, and I'm looking for money, So you don't know with anybody. That's judging the book by the cover. You don't know what woman is what, when you meet them out in the street. You see her somewhere and you talk to her, and boom. Yeah. And even if you meet them online, you don't know, because her life could look good online, and then when you see her, she behind on everything. She need this and need that, and because I done seen that plenty of times. Everything looks beautiful. She online talking about, she got it together. She INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? All that. And then you see her in person, and she starts saying, I gotta pay this. Next thing you know, you see a yellow notice for something on the table. Damn, they ready to put you out? Oh man, you got the lights ready to get cut off. Next thing you know, she got a sticker on the door. you don't know these things though. So it's like, I mean, it sounds, you know, good that a man should look, but you never know what somebody's dealing with personally until you know, get to meet them, you know?
Yeah, I get that. But again, just like women, men have to take their time and ease in. And there's things you can talk because we're not asking questions. We're not, you know what I mean? We're not really, you know, everybody's so quick and you see she look a certain way. So that means, you know, okay, let me, you know, you're trying to get her because she look a certain way. Looks don't mean anything. People are passing the inner beauty. They're just looking at this outer beauty and stuff, and like you can kind of tell if you take your time. You can tell, you know. So don't be so quick to try to crack or whatever you do, you know, trying to hit it or whatever. Don't be so quick to do that, and maybe find out if you're serious. Then you want to find out what's she about, you know. Is she responsible, you know? And there's questions you can ask that you can find some things out without asking, coming out. Just like women can find out how much a guy has in his bank account by not even asking what he have in his bank account. There's questions out there that you have to ask for you to understand and know people. This basic stuff that we ask and stuff, that ain't it. There's other questions. And when you're younger, I mean, those questions are not as important, maybe, possibly, but as you're getting older, those questions are, you know, a little bit more important, you know. I can find out probably how much somebody is working with without me asking how much you get paid a year or whatever it is, or knowing whatever. Because if we don't know by now that people have all kind of stuff that they don't really have, these cars they driving ain't there, these jewelry they have is fake, you know, just, you know, all the stuff that's happening that people are, you can see. You can't go by that. You have to ask these deeper questions, and you can get a sense of what's going on with people, like a deeper sense of what's going on with people, not this superficial, surface level stuff.
But you might run into a whack that know how to, you know, talk. You know, he know how to change the subject. He know how to, you know, make you believe something. You know, you might catch one of them now. So you know,
you might, but you're not going to catch a lot of them. Just like there's not a lot of whacks out there. Thank the Lord, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you might catch them though. Listen. I know this one guy. When I used to hang around him, right? We used to go out, and anytime he would crack on a woman, whatever she say she going through, he'll tuck his head and be like, "Man, I'm going through the same thing, man. I'm telling you, my uncle just died," or like, "Damn, nigga, you put a bone on a nigga quick." Like, he was just one of them types. So it's men out here that conversate to the situation. They know how to, you know, and women fall for them type of guys, you know. So you never know what you're dealing with. You can have your mind set on looking at things a certain way, but you never know what somebody is until you get to know them, and you know. So
yeah,
I mean,
I get that. I just don't think you're running to a lot, you know. And I know you guys maybe think, oh, she's naive. I think there's more women out there that are good than there are that are, you know, and vice versa with the men as well, the ladies. You know, I don't think all men are dogs. I don't think all men are cheaters. I think there's people who've made mistakes, and I think there's people who've grown and learned from them, and they're doing better. I do think that. I really, really, truly think that. But we have to know, where are we meeting these people at? Where are we getting to know? How long are we, you know, in trying to get to know people before we are going real, you know, getting deep into some stuff or whatever. And a lot of times it's real fast. We're moving real fast. And I think slowing it down could, you know, we can possibly find some of these things out without, taking someone out on the first date at a park. You know, if a woman is opposed to going to a park for a picnic or something, and she has to go to the steakhouse, that's probably a good sign. You know what I'm saying? Because if she really wants to get to know you, that's what she wants to know. She wants to get to know you, not what the check is going to look like, you know, at the end. But I don't know. That's
I mean, you know, it's different type of women out there, like it's different type of men. And you know, you can't judge a book by the cover because it might be good, it might be bad. And you know, I mean, men out here, we gotta shoot the shot until the ball goes in the basket. And you know, this is the game of life. So you know what type of person you are, but there's a lot of women that ain't right. Straight up. There's a lot of women that ain't right. You might say that it's more than, you know, more good than bad. And, you know, you got to remember what you told us now, that you only had 2 serious relationships. So if you saying you only had the 2 serious relationships, you can't make that analysis because that's what you assuming.
Wait. Why can I not?
Because you assuming that.
Assuming what?
That it's more good people than there's bad. That's an assumption. There's a lot of messed up individuals out here.
So you're saying that because I've been in 2 relationships?
I'm saying that if you experience a little more, you would see that it was more bad than it is good.
But you know what I do, and you know what so because I was in just a few relationships, I still live in this world and I still see things, and I have a lot of people that come and talk to me about, men and women, more men than women, come and talk to me about things in life, and I don't even ask for them to talk to me about it. But so I don't think that has anything to do with me knowing or not knowing who's out there and everything. I think my personal opinion is that sometimes in life, we have to look at ourselves and we have to see, why do we keep on running against the same kind of individuals, right? Because you're not meeting, there's too many people in the world for you to have met, you know, everybody, right? So, but the people that you have interacted with and have ran up against, those are they're similar, right? So now you have to look at within yourself. We always want to point the finger at people. We always want to look and they doing this, that, but when are we going to start looking at ourselves? I had to look at myself and go, okay, am I putting myself in right locations, and who am I dealing with? Because if I'm kind of getting the same kind of a person, then I have to look at myself, because there's too many people in the world for me to run into the same person all the time. They may look different, body shape different or what, but it's similar, the same. Their motives are the same, their interaction, their behaviors, things like that are the same. So what am I doing? What am I doing that I keep on running into the same person?
Understand what you're saying, but I just feel that, you know, there are a lot of messed up individuals. And I'm gonna say this for the reason as there's a lot of people in this world that are struggling, right? And when people are struggling, they handle things differently than when they're not struggling. It's a lot going on in the world, and I'm with you when you say you talk to a lot of people, and I understand that, but I just been active out in the world, and I've been, different levels of people. There's people that got money and things going on, and they still might be bad people. So I just feel like, the good people, somebody's on them. They be like taking, and there's some out there that's not. I just think that there's a lot of messed up individuals, and that's just how I feel, and I understand where you're coming from.
So can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So these were you walking in, like, honestly, because we keeping it real. When that was your reality, or if it is now, or what have you, would you say you were a different person? Like, were you not right? I don't know how to say it without.
I was a different person Yes.
Okay, so let me
years
share that.
ago.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes when you are, not at our best, because we're not always, there we grow and we learn and we do better and all that. So when we're at that stage in life, we're probably going to we're going to probably have people that are kind of similar to what we're doing. Maybe not the same, but they have those, that's the energy that you're bringing. When you have different energy, you're going to bring different people are going to come in your world, in your circle, whether or not that's a good person for you, right? Whether or not that's going to be your one, but you make good friendships, you make good connections, things like that, because they're good people. And that's the energy you're bringing around you. And that's what you're going to, that in return, that's what you're going to get.